Hey Libra, welcome to your mid-month check-in for February. As always, these are general readings, so take whatever resonates, leave the rest. If you'd like to book a one-on-one session with me, the link is down in the description box below, as well as information about all the cards that I'm using within this reading, and a link to my upcoming tarot intensive course called Total Tarot. With the goal at the end, we all create our own tarot or divination deck. So it'll be super fun, really in depth. I've been working on this course since last August, so check it out if you can. It's subscription based, pay as you go, so it's monthly, and drop in, drop out, self-study. It's all up to you. I'm just creating the container for it. All right, now without any further ado, let us dive into your reading. So I'm gonna pull 3 little oracle cards here. Okay, so relationships, intuition, and psychic abilities. So we're dealing with the crown, third eye, and the sacral chakra. It's funny, the sacral chakra has been coming up a lot, especially since I did my sacral chakra reading on Instagram. So check that out if you haven't already. This may kind of add to whatever comes up within this reading. But there's something here about relationships. You give a lot, and it creates a little bit of panic in terms of your judgment and you feeling clear about where you stand in these relationships and ways you relate to people. It has you really on the fritz, and it could just be some of your own issues when it comes to reciprocity in relationships. Because either if you're someone who gives a lot and you're used to not getting much in return, it can kind of cause you to question if what you had to give was worth it in the first place, right? And it's like, you don't have to adopt that type of thinking. Instead, being more discerning about who you are giving to, what and who you are investing in, right? So let's continue and pull some more oracle cards to help clarify this. So we have passion, reversed, energy, reversed, and rest. Oh my gosh, I feel like you're resisting some things here. It could be a little bit of panic. It could be because you don't have the proper place to channel this energy. Maybe you're being called to kind of pull back in some areas in order for you to regain your resources, your trust, your sense of self here. It's necessary for you to sit down and rest, but you may be hesitant to do so, thinking that you might be putting yourself at some type of risk or in some type of danger. You feel somehow on edge here, and you're creating more of this energy for yourself. And so it may be seeping into your relationships, or maybe people aren't sure how to approach you. Maybe you yourself are becoming somewhat unapproachable, even at the same time being extremely available, if that makes sense. Or someone that you're dealing with seems rather unapproachable because they are unsure how to take your energy at this time. Maybe sensing that they are retreating in some way because you yourself need to take some time out. With this passion card, I am definitely feeling there's some time. There's something about time here that's really got you kind of concerned, really up in your head, really worried about whether or not you actually do have the time to rest and recuperate. Maybe you're really pushing for things to happen, trying to, in a way, put out a lot of good in the world in order to receive something back. And so it's like maybe there's part of you that is giving with some sort of expectation unknowingly. It may not be right up front, but there's something that you want, and that's okay. It's okay to have desires. It's okay to want things, but maybe there's a different way to go about it. There's maybe a need here to be a little more self-sufficient in some way, but maybe you don't trust yourself to be. Maybe you've relied on a lot of community and lots of kindness, lots of offerings from the external, but haven't really navigated the way to provide and be self-sustaining. Let's pull some tarot. We have the 3 of Wands here with passion and relationships. And so you could be seeking some type of fuel from the world around you. Maybe you're looking for something or someone to inspire you, and so you give a lot. Or maybe someone does inspire you a lot, and so you give a lot to them, but at the same time, you're not working from the overflow here. You've got to give and hold on to some of that yourself. Consider it a gift, if anything. Consider it an absolute gift, laying the pathway for you to be able to tread territories that perhaps are a bit harsh or a bit unwelcoming. You're entering a space that is lush when you're around these people or this person or in this situation, and it makes you feel really calm, but it also puts you in this state of maybe feeling inferior, maybe feeling not enough. So it's like, it's this weird thing. It's like you get what you need, but at the same time, these shadows are coming up, right? And then we have this Page of Swords here with the energy and intuition. And so with this, it's almost either you feel somehow overlooked or out of control in some way, and it's because your energy really isn't there right now. And whenever you do get a little bit, it goes right out the window. You're not really playing as much as you used to, and so you're being more wasteful with your resources when you do receive them, because you've been so tired, because things have been so serious. And so even the act of play itself is not as constructive as it could be, or not as regenerative as it could be. And then we have the Lover's card with rest and psychic abilities. And so it's necessary for you to make a choice. You haven't been choosing the right things, really bringing yourself into an embodied state and recognizing your connections are there for a reason. And not everything, you don't always give and receive from the same source, right? And in terms of the Lover's card, I'm thinking in like relationships, sometimes the divine, sometimes the universe just brings in people to assist, to love on us, right? Or we are brought into their life to love on them. And sometimes that's just as simple as it is. And it's not that there's anything more to that connection than just simple appreciation, right? And the resistance we have is the Sun card reversed. And it's like, either you feel left out in the dark, or maybe you're going into really dark places that are in which you're not allowing yourself to appreciate things. We have the Hierophant card reversed, because there's some type of outdated belief that you're carrying with you that is not suiting the situation whatsoever. There's also like some type of form of like feeling less than, feeling unvalued, probably just putting yourself into that space somehow. And I feel like in terms of like material appreciation, like that stuff is there, but I feel like it's really the people that you're most concerned about. Here we have the King of Pentacles. I feel like there's someone here who I feel like either this is you or someone that is supporting you in some way. They've got a really good heart, but also they're very protected. Perhaps they give in order to protect themselves. Perhaps they've learned to give. They've learned to give because they're more discerning in where they invest their time. Okay, I'm so sorry. My computer, for some reason, kind of cut that short. So you have the King of Pentacles and the Sun card. And yeah, there's something about here about maybe someone that serves as a really good role model of working from the overflow. They are really discerning. Maybe they've had to learn ways to protect their energy, their resources, but still give compassionately, still care, but they may not be as available. They may have a certain maturity to them when it comes to how they show up and what they share and what they offer to the world. And here we have the Sun card. And it's like there's nothing being withheld or hidden here. There's a lot of gentleness, there's a lot of care, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of giving and connection and a willingness to support and to aid. There also may be some type of thing that wants to be said either from you or to them. There's some type of secret or something that that's being withheld, but perhaps it's better off in order to see because maybe it's something that needs to be shared when better conditions arise. And we have the Five of Pentacles. So waiting for someone to kind of show up in a space of comfort, to not allow themselves to be in this low kind of feeling state, waiting for changes to happen before something or some message comes through, because someone, either you or this person, is not yet available to hear it. And I feel like it could be you. With this Three of Wands, we have the Nine of Wands. Interesting, Knight of Wands. I don't know why I was thinking about that. And it's like, you gotta stop, like, don't be so defensive, being ever watchful, waiting for the next shoe to drop, like, allow yourself to just chill. You've fought your battles, you've done your best, like, accept the good for what it is, accept the good when it arrives, and that's that. Also with the Knight of Wands, it's like, it's your call to action. Don't just sit there and lament whatever reciprocity is or isn't there from either side. Don't assume you always have to give something back when you receive something. This is a call to action. Like, you are being given all of these things in order for you to focus on what is necessary to move forward on. Don't allow yourself to stay stuck in this one place. We have the Three of Cups with the Page of Swords. And, if you continue to kind of waste things away, like, yeah, maybe it's like, find more creative or constructive avenues to lift your spirits. The right people to come together with, find some type of camaraderie, allow yourself to pool resources together in some way. The pages usually have a message, and maybe, again, there's this withholding of a message, but maybe through celebration, it doesn't even matter what the message is. Maybe it doesn't even need to be shared. I don't know. We have the Lover's card, Ace of Wands. Because I think the message is in terms of some type of perspective shift that needs to change, like some change in perspective that needs to happen. And I feel like if it was relayed, it would kind of hinder whatever progress could be made and make you or someone less likely to accept something that's being offered. There is, with this Ace of Wands and the Lover's card, it's almost like someone needing to be courted. I almost feel like someone needing to be courted. And maybe it's you courting yourself, right? Allowing yourself to feel deserving of something, willing to accept something, right? Yeah. And we have this Wheel of Fortune over here too. With this Wheel of Fortune, it's like, are you going to keep perpetuating the same cycles here? Or are you going to do something about it? This little like trickster, this little devil, this little fox. It's like we get really clever. We get really clever in how we circumvent our lessons, circumnavigate things instead of going through them. So it's like, reorient yourself in terms of what's going on. Has this happened before? How did you navigate it last time? Go a different way. Go a different route, right? Bringing all the elements together to unlock the mystery here, to recognize what knowledge kind of awaits you. We have the Seven of Pentacles as well. There's something like, it's like something that you're waiting on. It's like, no, you got to go out and get it for yourself. You got to make it happen. It's not just going to come in and be handed to you. You got to go for it. We have the Tower card reversed. You're resisting some type of change here, thinking that inspiration is going to come from the ground up. And it's like, no, it's going to fall. It's going to fall from the sky and hit you right on the head. It's going to hit you right on your head. It's not going to be something where you kind of stumble and then you're able to like keep going. It's like, no, it's gonna make you feel like you got knocked down, but you get up again. And you may feel knocked down. You know what I mean? You may feel knocked down. And I feel like this tower here is kind of like, it's almost like a spike coming up from the ground. But I know, and it's weird because I'm talking about things coming up from the top and from the bottom. And it's like, maybe you're in a really tight place. Maybe things are really shifting things that you maybe have felt have been shifting in the psyche are starting to appear in the physical, and things, you're creating situations and making certain situations worse the longer you take time, the longer you take before you take action, right? Okay, that's it. Whew. All right, I'll pull one more set of cards for you. Physical body, you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. Movement. Whew, what was I saying? Get moving. Get moving. All right? Get moving. Stabilize yourself. Get in your own energy a bit, you know? Page of Pentacles also reverse. There's maybe some messages you're not receiving or unwilling to receive here. Stuff that maybe doesn't even really need to be said. You got to stop playing around with your resources here and get to work. And we have the Justice card here. Yeah, things have got to be brought into balance. You've let things slide for too long. It's time to get back on track, to start making decisions. You can't wait for the decisions to be made for you, because they'll end up being way worse and knock you way more off your course than you might be currently. So that is what I have for you, Libra. I hope that that was helpful. Get to it. If you'd like to get a reading with me one-on-one, link in the bio. Check out all the other goodies below in the description box, and I'll see you in March. Okay, bye.